The legend of the Lady in White of New York is a well-known ghost story that has been passed down for generations. According to the story, there is a ghostly woman who appears along the old White Plains Road, which runs through Westchester County. The Lady in White is said to be the ghost of a young woman who died tragically in a car accident while searching for her lost child. Some versions of the story claim that the woman's child was kidnapped and never found, while others suggest that the child died in the accident along with the mother. People who have encountered the Lady in White report seeing her ghostly figure walking along the side of the road or even hitchhiking. Some say that she will ask for a ride, only to disappear from the car when they reach their destination. Others claim to have seen her staring out at them from the side of the road before vanishing into thin air. While there are no definitive accounts of the Lady in White, the legend has become a popular part of New York folklore. Some people believe that the story is based on a real woman who died in the area, while others see it as a cautionary tale about the dangers of driving on rural roads late at night. Regardless of its origins, the legend of the Lady in White continues to fascinate and frighten those who hear it, and has become an enduring part of New York's ghostly folklore. The Ghosts of Gettysburg is a real ghost story that is rooted in the history of the American Civil War. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania was the site of one of the bloodiest battles of the war, with tens of thousands of soldiers losing their lives over the course of 3 days in July 1863. In the years since the battle, many visitors to Gettysburg have reported seeing ghostly apparitions and hearing strange noises around the town and battlefield. Some of the most common sightings include soldiers marching across the battlefield, phantom cannon fire, and ghostly whispers heard in the dead of night. One of the most famous ghost stories from Gettysburg involves the Angel of the Battlefield, a nurse named Clara Barton who tended to the wounded during the battle. Visitors to the site of her former hospital have reported seeing her ghostly figure wandering the halls, tending to the injured soldiers as she did during the war. Another famous ghost story involves the Farnsworth House, a historic inn that was used as a hospital during the battle. Guests at the inn have reported seeing ghostly figures walking through the halls and hearing strange noises and voices coming from empty rooms. While some people are skeptical of these ghost stories, many visitors to Gettysburg report feeling a sense of unease or even terror when exploring the battlefield and historic sites. Whether or not you believe in the supernatural, the Ghosts of Gettysburg offer a fascinating glimpse into the history and legacy of one of America's deadliest conflicts. The legend of the Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow is a real ghost story that has been passed down through generations. It is said to take place in the small town of Sleepy Hollow, New York, where a Hessian soldier was beheaded during the Revolutionary War. According to the legend, the Headless Horseman now rides through the town at night, searching for his lost head. He is said to ride a powerful black horse, and is dressed in a military uniform with a long flowing cape. People who have encountered the Headless Horseman claim to have seen his ghostly figure galloping through the town, often accompanied by the sound of hoofbeats and the jangling of chains. Some versions of the story suggest that he will pursue anyone who crosses his path, while others claim that he is only interested in reclaiming his lost head. The legend of the Headless Horseman has been immortalized in literature and popular culture, most notably in Washington Irving's classic short story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. The story has been adapted into numerous films and television shows, and the town of Sleepy Hollow remains a popular tourist destination for fans of the legend. While there is no historical evidence to support the existence of the Headless Horseman, the story continues to capture the imagination of people around the world and has become an enduring part of American folklore. The Lizzie Borden House is a real ghost story that is rooted in the history of Fall River, Massachusetts. The house gained notoriety in 1892 when Lizzie Borden's father and stepmother were brutally murdered with an axe. Lizzie was accused of a crime, but was ultimately acquitted after a highly publicized trial. Today, The Lizzie Borden House is a bed and breakfast and museum, offering tours and overnight stays for visitors. Many guests and staff members have reported experiencing strange and unexplained occurrences within the house, leading many to believe that it is haunted by the ghosts of Lizzie's parents. Some of the most common ghostly sightings include the apparitions of Andrew and Abby Borden, the sound of footsteps and voices, and strange noises such as knocking and banging. Some visitors have reported feeling a cold breeze or a sudden drop in temperature, even on warm days. Despite the ghostly legends surrounding the house, many people continue to visit the Lizzie Borden House as a historical site and a popular tourist attraction. Whether or not you believe in the supernatural, the house offers a fascinating glimpse into one of the most infamous crimes in American history. The Queen Mary is a real ghost story that is based on the ship of the same name, which is permanently docked in Long Beach, California. The ship has a long and fascinating history, and many people believe that it is haunted by the ghosts of former passengers and crew members. The Queen Mary was originally launched in 1934 as a luxury ocean liner, but was later used as a troop ship during World War II. After the war, the ship was converted back into a passenger liner, but was eventually retired in 1967 and turned into a museum and hotel. Over the years, many visitors to the Queen Mary have reported experiencing strange and unexplained occurrences. Some of the most common ghostly sightings include the apparitions of former crew members, the sound of phantom footsteps and voices, and strange noises such as slamming doors and breaking glass. One of the most famous ghost stories associated with the Queen Mary is the tale of the Lady in White. According to legend, a young woman in a white dress was killed on board the ship and now haunts the first-class swimming pool area. Many visitors claim to have seen her ghostly figure wandering the decks or heard the sound of her crying. Despite the ghostly legend surrounding the Queen Mary, the ship remains a popular tourist destination and a fascinating piece of maritime history. Whether or not you believe in the supernatural, a visit to the Queen Mary is sure to be an unforgettable experience.